Did you make one of his co-hosts?
Yeah, I did now. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Morning.
Morning.
Well, let's see. Welcome to the panel. This is where we're going to be at the Imperial Poseidon Museum, where we're talking about the art and the costumes. So I figured I would let Liz go first, if you would like.
Okay. Do you want me to share screen?
Yep, I have it set up so you can do that. And you guys are welcome to turn your cameras on if you want to. I mean, like, this is we get to see people's excited faces version of things.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we've had 2 entries, one from Amber and 3 pieces from Harriet. So we'll be showing those first. And then I've got all the entries from the previous tag cons and some of my drawings and some of Vera's drawings. So we're just going to have a little art show. Okay, here we go. So the 2 fan art entries, well, I just said that, from Harriet and Amber. And this is Amber's Snoret bug. And I wouldn't want that anywhere near my mouth.
But it is beautiful. It is beautifully done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is. It's very scary. and very alien. Very alien.
Yeah. It took me about an hour to do.
Really?
I drew it last minute. Like I haven't even had time to really think about the art contest. Like I've been so crazy busy. I was like, at the last minute, I was just like, kind of like, yeah, I can draw a bug pretty quick. So,
Well, it's good. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so on to Harriet. This is a wonderful piece by Harriet using gold leaf. That must have taken a while to make, Harriet. I can't imagine. Did you put glue where you wanted to put the gold leaf? How did you do that?
Yeah, there is a specific glue called Rabbit. So you do your design with the glue and you leave it for about up to a half an hour before you are allowed to start working with it. It has to be tacky. You can't use it before that. And then you can start applying your gold leaf, and then you use just the brush to brush it off afterwards. So yeah, it does take a bit of time, but you get in a zone, and because you will know, once you start drawing, you get into a zone and it's very relaxing. But yeah, you glue it first. It's a specific glue for gold leaf.
Okay, beautiful. And the butterflies, how are they? They're attached, are they?
So the butterflies are attached with hot glue, but they are also gold leaf. So it's metallic butterflies, and then I also did the same thing, gold leaf for it to make it stand out a bit more.
It's gorgeous.
Did you make the bust that it's on?
And then the paint is a paint pour. And you let that dry first. So.
Oh, you poured acrylic paint over the bust.
Yeah. So it's a few steps that you take some time, but yeah, it's lovely. It's nice to do.
You must have a very messy art room.
Very messy. I try to clean it up. I try to clean it up before I start the new project, but it becomes very, very messy because the paints are very my paints are runny paints. It's 50% paint and 50% a pouring medium, so it's a very runny paint, so it can be very messy. Very liquid paint. It's like the consistency of milk, and some is the consistency of runny honey. So it's a very liquid thing I use. So
Well, this was also using acrylic pour and then
Yeah.
pencils and painting with acrylic as well, right?
Yeah, and then when it's dry, when the background is dry, I wait for about 4 or 5 days for the background to dry, and then I go in with the normal acrylic paints
Okay.
to do the rest.
That's very good too. Emiravet days, hot lava
Yeah.
all around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're molten love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the red was to show the passion, and the gold, it's a very passionate thing that goes on during Emirate, like we saw last night in Earth and Red, that it's very, very sexy and passionate. So you have to have red for that.
Yes, you do. Definitely. And here we have La Ronda, which is beautiful. The photograph is not as good as we would have liked, but never mind. We get a
Yeah,
good impression.
I
I'm
just
sure
don't know why. Yeah, the colors are so washed out because it's quite bright, but I think because the colors are very, I don't know, in real when you see it, and there's a lot of texture in the paint pour on the back. It's a lot of texture in it, but it doesn't translate to the photos.
I think I can see a little bit, especially on the right. You can see the
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah, if when you zoom in, you can actually see the texture.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a lot of, I really enjoyed doing her. I think afterwards her lips were a bit thick, but I just went with it.
Never mind. It's all good. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, so these are what we had this year. And so Harriet and Amber both get a prize for their efforts. And now I'm just going to go through some stuff that we've collected over the years, 4 years. How long have we been doing this now? And longer, actually. So first off, I've put together all the characters that have been, that people have tried to portray. And obviously starting off with Vera's portrayal of Asen. And then this one is by Carol Atkins. I think that's digital.
Yes.
This one I did. Not 100% happy with that, but never mind. And this one Julie did of Romatat. I like his very peeved expression. And this is Devora. And tried to do the same thing with pencil. And here we have Harriet again with her acrylic paws and the beautiful eyes, Gwen's eyes, as Asen saw them before he got blacked out in the black hole. And then my idea of Gwen. This was Kemji and Manala by Jennifer Hayes. These four are by Stephanie Castillo. I think this is in the very first art show we had. She did a great job here of portraying the Fab Four. Poor Rita. Rita always gets left out. I need to draw a Rita.
Yeah, take care of the nobility, but forget about the non-citizens.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know that at the time.
Well, that's true.
Saval.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, this is Vera's Kemji.
No, I meant the Suval Danu. I don't remember seeing that one before.
That, oh, wait a minute, went back too many. That one.
Yeah, he looks so stuck up. Superior. And
Somebody
yet
who's not behaving correctly.
Yes.
but when you get to know him, you know that that's just the image he portrays, and he's not like that at all.
Yeah. That's taken from a photograph of Stanley Tucci, and I did him up to look Atlantean.
I was
I
just
was
about to
wondering,
say that he favors Stanley Tucci a lot in this photo, yeah, or drawing
I
rather.
was to say that's
That's what
kind
I
of
do.
what it looked like.
I use actors or models whom I think have the look of the character, and then I draw them, change things a little bit. This was the wonderful quilt square from Beth Kemji.
And unfortunately, Beth did send us an email this year that she wasn't able to participate because there was flooding in her area.
Yeah.
And she didn't, and so she couldn't do it, but she had planned on it. but I love this one.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, this is me trying to capture Hasmic. So there's two different models, similar style, of face.
I like
But
the first
I'm
one.
still not
the-
100% certain that it's
I like
Hasmic.
the first one, the half profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the one on the left.
And the one on the right, I had drawn before, but everybody said she was too pretty. So I made her nose a little bit bigger and her lips a little bit less attractive. It's amazing what a few millimeters, just thousandth of a millimeter, just putting a little shade here or dropping something there changes the face completely. But anyway, I'm
I
still
actually
not 100%.
like this. I like the frontal one. I think
like the
it's
frontal
beautifully
one?
done. Yep,
Mm,
I like the expression in her eyes too.
yeah.
She's beautiful.
Mm. Beautiful without being beautiful.
Mm.
Oh, and I do a lot of drawing. This is Anu and Genio. In pencil, that's with pencil, colored pencils. And this one is just an old lady I thought could be a good Amurabi. How do you say her name?
Amurabia.
Amurabia. And this is Alinari by Harriet. Another gorgeous painting.
Harriet, that's another pour, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's also a poet.
so. Now we have pictures that are symbols and elements inspired by tag. So we have Vera's symbol. I think this is the one we're going to use for the Greek artwork.
I thought that's what we had decided on 2020 with gold and black.
Yeah, or terracotta and black.
Oh yeah, okay. The terracotta. I like the terracotta with black.
Yeah, let's see. Unless Vera wants to do something different, I'm not sure. Anyway, this was by Emily Bywater. She did the Grail and the. Basically, I think they're copies of the book covers, aren't they?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she did this one as well. The mask. Oh, that's a Helbra symbol. The Grail by Liesel. It was only 12 at the time.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. She used 8 cups, she did at the time.
Yeah.
With a shape.
And Harriet's Night Sky, which has the 4-point star. In stained glass, which must be gorgeous. I'd love to have that as a window. Beautiful. And more quilt squares by Beth. And this one by Fina O'Kelly with the Pegasus. It's a stamp, so you can stamp it in different colors on different media. Very clever. This is quadrant-inspired artwork by me. The Wedget Eye by Natalie Cavaniss. The Headdresses by Julie. More of Harriet. Pegasus, Arion. Oh, this is just the Atlantean clock, trying to work out how that clock worked. Remember that, Nancy?
Oh yes, we had such interesting discussions on that when we were trying to figure things out.
Well, it just kept going and going. You should look it up on the forum. It went forever trying to work it out. Vera did this. Vera did this to show us well, she'd done it already, but she posted it after I did this one. I did this one without having seen Vera. So that's the floor plan, basically, the schematics of the art ship.
I just realized that Vera's looks a lot like the Simon game. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with the four quadrants and the different colors, yeah, it does kind of.
Well, including the little circle things, like they look like they'd be little decorative buttons on the Simon. I mean, that really.
Oh,
doesn't-
okay.
They're renditions of the shuttles. That's what they are sitting there.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah,
they're the launching bays.
gotcha.
I've got little black dots here and there. This is a bird's eye view of Gwen's cabin. And that is not correct, actually. It's trying to work out what the shuttles look like on the inside. And this is the Imana. That's just half on the left is half a hemisphere, and all those lines are a deck. That's how many decks there are. And then the whole
It was what, 72, 73?
It's 30, how many? 34. 36, sorry, 36. So altogether, 73.
72.
No,
Yeah,
there's
73.
a main deck's not counted. So you've got 36 decks, and then you have main deck, and then another 36 decks below. So altogether, there's 73.
And the rich people were in the middle and the poor people were on the outskirts.
Yeah, because as you get higher above, see how I did this to scale. Actually, you can see that the ones in the middle are higher. The ceiling is higher. As they get up, the ceiling gets lower.
Uh-huh.
And these are scenes from TAG, inspired. People have drawn things inspired by the scenes as we read them. This was the pool scene from Qualify, and with Owala looking at Gwen, much to say, what was that you just said? The grip of friendship. Blaine and Grace here, he's saving her when she fell off a board. They're flying up to the shuttles.
Oh, by the way, just to go back to the Vimana, it's 37 decks each side plus main deck, so total of 75 decks
Oh, really?
for Habitat.
Okay, well, I put 36 in there, never mind.
They're hiding.
I'll have to add another one. Okay. The fleet flying in space just after they left Earth, before the stars get blurred, starting to get little tails on them. Amber has done this one of Atlantis as they arrived in orbit. The sunset. See, this is the very first thing that started me off on my art journey with TAG. It's the very first thing I did. When Krista did this one, sunset scene. Oh, there's my roof pavilion. Breakfast, morning breakfast. Julie did that. That picture's a little bit blurry. That's somebody clinging to the edge of the pyramid as they're climbing up.
Mm.
This is inside the pyramid on the safe base. Looking at the pyramid suspended over the ocean with the cloudburst.
Okay.
And this is another group of friendship when Gwen grabs hold of Lola. Well, I've spelled her name wrong.
It's Lolu.
Lolo.
Lolu, yeah.
Lolo.
Oh. The Snoret bug. which is in
Ray
green,
just
but
called her
then again-
Lulu and was done with it.
Yeah. And Hasten Blue and Win. This one is. This is Keravat. You can see that it's Keravat.
Hmm.
That's by Julie. I spent
That is
hours-
one of my favorites that you've done, Liz.
I spent hours on this. You won't believe how many times I tried this to get it right.
That's so beautifully done.
And this one is Semisera. I think I need to get a bit quicker because Cherry's not going to have any time. The solar system, the wedding flowers, Pegasi that were waiting for the last ones before they took off. And then Romatat as he's about to descend into Ailatera. And then the last one is Harriet's beautiful stained glass window again of Gwen and Erita in space. So there we have it. That's it. Finished. So you can take over, Terry. I'll stop sharing. If I can get my mouse to work. Here we go. Okay. There you go.
Cool. Well, thanks, Liz. Those look awesome. All right. So what I was going to do is just go and play the slideshows from the previous costume contest because they look cool. So hang on, let me bring this one up and then I can screen share it because you know it's Zoom and it gets really picky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody should be able to see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this was the first year's costume contest entrance, and just oops. Oh yeah, I could hit that button. All righty. So that year we had Harriet in her, and she made a tulle overskirt and a Wessex collar, if I said that right. And
Yeah.
that was out of stained glass, wasn't it, Harriet? The collar?
Yeah, the color is a combination of tiles and stained glass.
Cool.
Beautiful.
So those are gold tiles, the little gold things, is gold tiles.
Those are gorgeous.
We have gold mosaic tiles and stained glass.
Oops. And that was the only costume entry we had for costume, and then we had makeup, and that was Krista Barrett did her makeup with a she's just an unknown Cassiopeia person with gold hair and a little tiara and the eye makeup.
She did an excellent job
Oh yeah, I thought that was really, really
It's
pretty.
got beautiful too.
because so many people think of the golden hair as being like a white blonde, but no, this is the color.
Yeah, it should look like gold. Yeah, not blonde. Yeah. And so that was just them. So hang on 1 second. I'll bring up the other one. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so. And then the next year's we had was 2021. And this was
I think we had a lot that year.
skip this one. Yeah, this year we had a few. So I had shown you the previous year's ones, trying to go fast so we don't run over too much. That's okay, because watching all the art is just fascinating to me. I love that. Okay, so this was Nicole, and she had entered, she did her hair and her makeup and her dress. And then her boyfriend was also in the costume contest that year. And she said she found that dress, but hang on, let me go back. So this dress that looks like it's outer space, she said she found that in a shop and said, haha, I know what I need that for.
Yeah.
And then this was Rokas, her boyfriend. So there he's ready for the games, the qualification rather. He's got his green armband on. And then he's had some beaded jackets that I believe his dad made for him.
They were spectacular.
Yes, absolutely. Those are very cool. I was disappointed they didn't come back and do costumes again. And then this is Wendy's interpretation of what Gwen would have been wearing on Atlantis on your average day. It's a tulle overshirt. I was gonna say dress, but it's like a long shirt. And then this was the year that Ricky did the Amravette dress, and I'll play you the video in a minute of it coming undone. And yeah, I'll come back to that in a second. Then Harriet dressed as a low court 5th generation person, and she's got stained glass adornments again. And I love the wig and everything. That's a really good combination of stuff.
Yeah.
And okay, so that was just everybody there. Let me see if I can find that. Because the end of the what am I trying to say? Oh, my brain is not working today. Oh, the Amervet dress video is really a lot of fun if I can find it. I couldn't get it to play inside of the PowerPoint. It was just very mean. All right, let me see if you can open it up. All right, let me see if it'll work this way. Okay. Oh, I get the feeling that it's very small. But here we go. You guys see the dress?
Mhm.
I think she said she could wear it.
Yeah.
That's spectacular. Isn't it spectacular?
Yeah.
She did say that she did wear it for her husband.
Yeah. But she said when she took it off the dummy like that, that it that basically destroyed the thing. And I thought, oh, that'd be so hard to put something together like that and then have it just, be the end of it, And let's see here. Where's the haha, there it is. Come on, open up. And then one more. Why are you not being nice? Oh, there it is. All right. Now I can share the last one, which was from last year. So we did not have any entrants this year. So that kind of sucks. But people get busy. I understand that. So these were the costume entries from last year. Let's get through that.
There's a lot more effort goes into making a costume too than doing a sketch that might take you an hour, or that Harriet's work probably takes a lot longer.
Yes.
But
costuming can take a long
I can do a portrait sketch in an hour.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I imagine this dress took hours and hours and hours
Yeah,
to do.
it's a lot of work in making a costume.
Oh, yeah. I make clothes and costumes, and
You know,
so yeah.
sourcing the materials and all the bibs and bobs you got to put on them, and making the design and cutting out and sewing up and finishing off.
So this was a Harriet's entry last year for the Red Zero G dance. It's a gorgeous
That's
dress.
spectacular. Yeah, that was very good.
She looks like she's ready to sing the habanero song as well.
Yes.
And then Ellen entered last year. So she was just in the green quadrant, and she was dressed as Arita Quas, which I thought that's a good one.
Yeah. Way we got an Arita.
Yay! And then this is Jordan, Ellen's daughter, and she was dressed as Gwen Lark and being ready for the yellow dance. And I like that. You can tell she has plans to ditch her guards. And then this was Alex dressed as George, and his sister Annabelle dressed as Kemji. And this is after George has fought with Kemji. You can tell because he's got scratches all over his face and his arms. So I thought costume wise, this was awesome because they put a lot of thought into what they were doing too.
And the costume is so simple.
Yes, exactly. So you can do costuming that's not terribly complicated, but I just love the fact that they remembered to put scratches on him.
Mhm.
And then that was the end of that costume contest. So yeah, so that was it from the previous years. Like I said, lots of fun. I hope maybe that we can get more people to participate in the costuming next year, although I do realize it does take a lot of work. So, anyway, that's it. And we hit the time exactly. How's that for teamwork?
Wow.
All right. So our next panel's in 15 minutes, which will be the focused fan chat on character deaths and how they impacted you. So we hope to see everybody there. And we still have things, several panels left today. So as the saying goes, don't, come back. Don't go home. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
All right. See you guys in a bit.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.